Well, we are excited to have you part of our platform. You are a true
Likewise.
community partner, and we want to, our viewers, audience to know a little bit more about you. I kind of know, I don't know everything about you, but know something about you. So, can you? I'm gonna start off. It's gonna be just five like rapid fire. We call them rapid deal questions.
Nice.
Um, can you tell us pretty much your background, how you landed this, very pivotal role as executive director of the Logan Square Chamber of Commerce?
Sure. So Nilda Esparza, born and raised in Chicago. I'm a Chicago lifer. Grew up in Pilsen till about the age of 12. Moved over to the Southwest side, and have been in this area for about 32 years. While I was in college at DePaul University, earning my bachelor's degree in business management, I lived in Logan Square. I was there for about 3.5 years. So I definitely have ties to the community there, never knowing that years later I was going to be, in this role. So it's bittersweet for me. I love being back. But I do have experience in chamber business. I ran the Little Village Chamber of Commerce from 2010 to 2013. And in 2014, I helped launch a mobile money transfer app to the Latino and Asian markets. And so I did tech startup work for about 5 years and realized that I missed community. And so in that first year when the pandemic hit and I was lucky enough to quarantine safely at home, I was like, wow, this is such a historic time. I should be doing something. Whenever I would see the governor's press conferences and the mayoral conferences, I'm like, I should be out there doing something. And so I knew of a friend that ran the market that participated at the Logan Square Market, and I started volunteering there on Sundays. And 3 to 4 weeks into it, I was told that the director was departing and if I was interested in taking on the role. And that's kind of how I started participating and getting in front of the opportunity. And so I'm here a year in. It's been a year, so it's been a huge learning experience. It looks completely different from when I lived there. So learning the changes has been something to get adjusted to. Yeah, and then being back in this capacity during this time, I think probably one of the best challenges of my career.
Yeah, Logan Square has changed.
Yes.
Touches on my question. As executive director of the Logan Square Chamber of Commerce, what are your current thoughts on the Logan Square community? Is there a plan to address the ongoing issue of gentrification that Logan Square is facing?
Yes, I mean, definitely everybody feels the change, right? And whoever prepares for change, no one's ever prepared for change, but it definitely comes and it comes in waves. And some folks are more prepared than others. And so for us, I think working with community organizations that have this at the forefront and how we can step in and kind of aid in the process of helping, whether the change is coming or not, how do we adjust to it, right? And so for example, partnering up with the Logan Square Neighborhood Association, being part of their quality of life plan, the Here to Stay mission is how do we help those Latino businesses that are here? What resources can we get them in front of so that when that change comes, they're prepared and they know how to seek those resources? And what are we doing? How fast are we getting them in front of the resource? Because they deplete quickly, right? And so that kind of sometimes discourages folks to even understand that they could be part of that process. So for us doing that kind of work and partnering with organizations, even like what we've done with the Dill Pickle Food Co-op at the market side, folks that carry that mission and how can we help? Because we are, the chamber to me should be the most resourceful organization in the community and that everyone sees us as that resource so that we're able to help with whatever changes come our way.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
building economically.
Yes. We've been working very closely with the Milwaukee Avenue Alliance. They've done a phenomenal job at that 3-block stretch in Avondale because the chamber does cover certain pockets of Avondale, kind of like at the entries there. And so we've been able to be in front of what some of the challenges they're facing. And so from Diversey to Central Park, the Milwaukee Avenue Alliance in the last 3, 4 years has done a phenomenal job of building relationship with property owners so that we're in front of all these zoning changes that occur that kind of help in these processes, right? That speed up the process of gentrification? How do we kind of help everyone that's going to be affected by it stay, on that playing field so that they're aware of the changes that are coming?
Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you for spearheading that.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, being part of the neighborhood, I mean, what piece of advice would you offer to the Latino or Latinx residents of Logan Square, Hermosa, Avondale about simple grocery shopping at an independent store like the Dill Pickle or other small mom and pop, places?
I think for us, our community is very loyal in every sense of the word, and so we have our go-to shops that no other entity is gonna replace, and so I would say, like, stepping out of our comfort zone is one way to discover new things, learning, that there are different products and from the ones that we're used to that are actually good for us. It's taken me 43 years to learn that our gut is really the brain of our body, right? What we put into our system is really, really plays into every aspect of our life, and so learning how to eat differently and try different options, come out of our comfort zone, I think is one way. And then staying engaged again with community organizations and different functions like a farmers market. I'm kind of new to this realm as well. I did just recently get certified from the Illinois Farmers Market Association. I'm one of the first 30 in the state to be certified as a market manager. There's many things that play into this is like no other event I've ever organized with all the rules and regulations. And so it's an education, right? To learn about the different products that are out there that are good for us. So that's one way. And then again, us partnering up with organizations like yours so that we do get the word out.
Are there any local orgs that you want to give a shout out to?
We're starting to work with the Love Fridge. We participated with Open Arms Ministry and community dinners this past summer, furnishing them with all of our surplus. So that was a very nice partnership. Now this winter, we're catering to the Love Fridge. So we're really, really excited about that initiative. I think that the work that we're doing, the Dill Pickle and the Chamber, I think is awesome. That I definitely have to give you guys a shout out. You were very present at our outdoor market this season. So thank you so much for keeping us busy.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then, of course, how could I forget? My goodness, our Small Business Advocacy Council. We're doing a lot of work there with the vacancy situations here on our corridors and how do we keep them, these properties busy and full of action rather than creating blight on the corridor. So the Small Business Advocacy Council is also keeping us very busy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to slide into a question. Tell us something about you, Nilda, that we don't know. I mean, something like a hobby, a pastime, what's your favorite food, TV show, your favorite Chicago neighborhood, your favorite city that you like to vacation at. Tell us something about your Zodiac sign, anything that you want to tell us that won't, that's on the, before you get to the boundary of being, personal, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I know a lot of people know that I'm bald, but they don't know why. I have a condition called alopecia areata. I do not suffer from cancer. My condition is autoimmune. My immune system is extremely strong, and it sees my hair follicle function as a virus. And so it attacks the function, and the hair that I have slips out, and it doesn't allow for new hair to grow. And so I was diagnosed at 7, have always dealt with the condition, lost it all about 15 years ago. And now it's like, if I could grow my hair, I would probably shave it again. But it's definitely alopecia areata, so I definitely like to bring awareness to the condition because 1 in 5 Americans suffer from it. And while it's not a physical, painful, it's very psychological and emotional. And so there's, a lot of people that will never reveal that they have it, and they live in hiding for years when we shouldn't have to. So anytime I can bring awareness to it, I do. Another thing is I'm a certified Zumba instructor. I love dance. Always wanted to be a dancer, never really pursued it. Had an epiphany about 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, if I can get certified in Zumba, I'll be that dancer I always wanted to be. And so here I am. I'm starting to choreograph, although it's been a lot harder than I thought. And so, yeah, that's a lot of people don't know that. But yes, I love dance, and I recently got certified. And favorite show, I would say Mad Men. Mad Men is superb. I thought the writing on that show was amazing. I love that show so much. I watched it with Spanish subtitles.
Oh, wow.
And it's the most amazing translated piece out there in the world. I've never seen anything translated so perfectly.
Okay.
Yes. So that's it.
Can I ask what's your zodiac sign?
I am an Aquarius.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes.
Well, living up to the Aquarius community organizer.
Right. Being idealistic.
Yes. The what?
Idealistic. I have a sister, Valentine's Day, February, so I'm very familiar with Aquarius, and she's very independent thinking, idealistic, real.
Yeah, very. We're water bearers, so we take on a lot, and I think when because I always ask myself, why do I take on these roles where it's like so much responsibility? I'm like, oh yeah, because I like it and I'm a water bearer. I should take it on.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. But I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving being in Logan Square. We just came out with a very cute Shop Local, Shop Logan logo
Okay.
that I'm plastering all over for folks that want to come and shop here. Our number one goal is to get people to come and spend here because when they spend here, our shops stay open. And that's my number one priority at
Yes.
all times.
And we're
Yeah.
so appreciative of partnering with you and sponsoring. I mean, this initiative is, even though it's not new, I mean, it's something that is kind of like refreshed, especially during these kind of uncertain, you know, tumultuous pandemic times. I mean, people just want to go back to some sense of, normalcy and go into a neighborhood store, to, shop and get their, goods or wares,
Yeah. And we really
services.
have some really awesome little shops. I mean,
Yes.
it's been so hard for me to canvas and engage and go do engagement work because I'm spending every time I go out. I'm like,
Right, which they love.
I'm supposed to be working and I'm shopping. It's crazy. But I mean, we really have a little bit of everything. I love our little, what we've got going on with our consignment shops. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we've got a nice group of eclectic, shops that you
Mm-hmm.
can find some most amazing things. We've got billiards in Logan Square. We just hosted our volunteer appreciation there. And it was such a great bonding experience where at the end we were recruiting some of the spouses to volunteer at the market. So I'm like, what
Wow.
a win-win. So if anybody wants to host, their staff, I think going to Surge Billiards there on Fullerton is pretty awesome.
Okay.
So yeah, we have a little bit of everything. So I'm excited to, talk about what's out there and have people come and shop here. And hopefully we shouldn't be worried about online shopping when we have everything so close to us, including good fresh produce, right?
Yes.
Yes.
We
Except
shouldn't.
when you use Mercado with us. I mean, Mercado is our online delivery platform. So if you don't come into the store, I mean, that's an option, for residents, especially as the winter comes, it gets colder, and some people, that's an option. We definitely want people to come into the store, but you have the option to, shop online with us.
Yes, and it's still local driven. We also have our online on our market. So yes, we do just definitely have it be online local because you create those online, those local jobs, right? Those local delivery
Mm-hmm.
jobs. A lot
Mm-hmm.
of people have been able to get by with, these gigs that they're able to pick up. And so the more we create of that, the better. But always,
Yeah.
always with, local efforts in mind, right?
Well, we do have one last question that Jessica is gonna.
We can close out with that.
Yes.
Okay. So generationally, over the last 20 to 25 years, Logan Square has been predominantly Latino or Latinx. As a Chicago Latina, what would you let them know about the current changes facing Logan Square and how they can still feel a part of this historic neighborhood with their culture and small businesses?
Well, I would just reiterate that it's changing. And we need to prepare and need to stay in tune with the changes. And I think engaging with organizations like the Logan Square Chamber of Commerce, volunteering at the Logan Square Farmers Market, going into the dill pickle, its community, you'll learn of more resources that we can stay in front of so that we can stay in front of the change and wave with it, because there's nothing wrong with change. It's how we adapt to it.
Yep.
And so I actually welcome change. And if we can learn how to take it in and be ready for it, I think gentrification can happen, and it can happen, and it can be done the right way, which is inclusive.
And balance.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, exactly. But we gotta feed our gut healthily. So please go to the food the Dill Pickle Food Co-op.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Nilda, I'm gonna close with just saying that we truly appreciate everything that you have done. We've been here about the same time. It'll be a year on
We're
Wednesday.
newbies.
Yeah. So you've been a great community partner. You kind of exemplified what this neighborhood is, where it was in the past and where it's going. With progressive, action and still instilling the roots of, the fabric of the neighborhood. You have roots here, from living here, during your college years. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I think you're a true Chicagoan, like myself. I mean, so all the ins, outs, and the idiosyncrasies of the city. and you understand progression, along with balance is the way this city will move forward. So I mean, I'm so grateful and appreciative that you gave us these gems. Is there any last thing that you want to say, not just about Logan Square, but about neighborhoods in general? Because you've worked in several neighborhoods, including the neighborhood that I currently live in Pilsen. But just the neighborhoods in Chicago, I think that's
Yeah,
vital.
and talk about a neighborhood that has changed radically, right?
Right.
Pilsen is, I think Pilsen is the template there. But I think for me, I think co-ops like yourselves and chambers, we have that bad rep that we are sometimes viewed as tools of gentrification, and that's not true. And that's why when we serve and we really serve with that balanced approach, and people learn that we're actually a resource that should help change that mindset, and we should be able to garner that engagement so that we are able to educate on how to stay with that change and how to ride that wave and stay along with it and not get pushed out of it because of it. So I think that would be my last thing, is that to continue to stay engaged, and for us to continue to partner, for time to come, because I think together, obviously, we'll reach a lot more people.
And plug all of what you have going on besides Holidays on the Square. 10 days
Holidays
of
on the Square
Door
runs.
Market.
Yep. Sorry to cut you off there, David. Holidays on the Square runs through Tuesday, December 7th. And all that is, you go on our website, check out the deals, take advantage of those deals there. We have the market every Sunday from 9 to 2. We are changing it. We're scaling down an hour. We're selling out so fast that we could clear out a lot earlier than we thought. And so 9 to 2 every Sunday at 2537 North Pulaski. We're right on the corner in that black building of Wrightwood and Pulaski. Ample parking in front, across the street. You can chain your bike up across the street as well. So definitely that's going on through March 27th. And then obviously our outdoor market starts May 8th of 2022. And we're already getting ready for that. We had 115,000 people walk through our market this past season. So thank you guys for being a part of that.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, thank you so much. And we are, here for whatever you need us for. We thank you.
Thank you.
For being part of the community and, part of the whole fabric of Chicago. Just giving yourself,
I love Chicago.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I'm not from Chicago, but I love Chicago. Yeah. I'm from Milwaukee.
Oh, nice.
Born and raised.
I was there this summer.
It's a smaller version of Chicago.
Yes.
Definitely.
But I've lived here for 13 years, and I moved to Pilsen. I lived there.
Oh, you're a Chicagoan. 13 winters.
Yeah, they say.
Babe, you are a Chicagoan.
Yeah. Forget about us, the natives who've been here. Once you've been here, like a transplant for over 7 years, they say.
And you choose to take on 13 winters, you are a Chicagoan.
Yeah, well, you're from Milwaukee, so it's a little bit different. Yeah. You all get more snow.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, thank you guys so much. It's been awesome.
Thank you so much. And I'm looking forward, more to come.
Yes, absolutely.
More partnerships to come.
Absolutely. We can't wait.
Let's build.
Yeah, let's build together.
Yes, and eat clean.
And well, yeah. I'm getting there. I'm getting there slowly but surely.
Me too. I try now to have my, my little green shot every morning with AP Microfarm there on Sundays. Kind of kicks off my week.
Yeah.
So we'll see you guys at the market.
Yes, for sure. All right, we'll talk soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nilda.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Have a good one.